Very good afternoon, my dear friends. So, welcome to our CPGET 2023 free online coaching for all competitive exams in plant sciences and plant biotechnology. Today's our eminent resource person, Dr.B.Rukmini Devi Madam GARU, Assistant Professor, Head Department of Botany, GDC Narsapur, Medak District. Madam, please welcome. And
thank you, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Share your screen. Please welcome, madam, and start your session. Madam. Please welcome.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, madam. Yes, audible. Please, if possible, please zoom some little bit. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, my dear students. Welcome to Botany online coaching classes for CPGET 2020. This is B. Rukmini Devi, Assistant Professor of Botany, Government Degree College, Narsapur. Today, I am going to explain you about reproduction in fungi. Yesterday, we have discussed about the general characters of fungi.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
hope all of you have understood about general characters of fungi, what we have discussed in yesterday's class. Today, we are going to discuss about how reproduction takes place in fungi. So, before explaining different types of reproduction methods in fungi, first I will tell you about what are the basic types of reproduction in fungi. Actually, fungi reproduce by three methods. One is vegetative method, second one is asexual method, and third one is sexual method. So, during sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction processes, fungi will form some special structures. These structures are named differently. So, these special structures are called as spores. These spores are maybe formed after mitotic division or meiotic division. If suppose these spores are produced after meiotic division, those spores are called as meiospores. Examples for such kind of meiospores are ascospores and basidiospores. In some fungal members, after completion of mitotic division, these spores are formed. Such kind of spores are called as mitospores. You will see this kind of mitospores in some lower fungi as well as in some Puccinia kind of fungal members. So the spores which are produced after meiotic division called as meiospores. Examples ascospores and basidiospores, and the spores which are produced after completion of mitotic division, those are called mitospores. These mitospores are different types. They are zoospores, iridospores, conidia, apollinospores, etc. So, what are the different types of spores produced in asexual reproduction, and what are the structures will form during sexual reproduction, and how this fungi reproduce by vegetative means, we will discuss in a detailed way in today's class. Shall I continue? Students?
Yes, madam. Yes.
Okay, sir.
Hey.
Yeah. Okay, madam.
Okay, sir. During sexual reproduction, one diploid structure will be formed. Actually, this is called as a zygote. Tell me.
Madam, screen is not visible to see clearly, madam.
Is it visible now?
No, madam.
Now you tell me.
Okay, madam. Okay, okay. Yes, madam.
Okay, sir. During sexual reproduction, what will happen? Due to the fusion of two different sexes parts, that means gametangia, one diploid structure will develop. This diploid structure is known as zygote. It is also called as resting spore or oospore or zygospore in lower fungi. In higher fungi, this zygote is represented by one diploid nucleus. This is formed as a result of fusion of male and female sex organs. After formation of this diploid nucleus, meiotic division will take place. So, as a result, some haploid spores will form. These haploid spores are called as ascospores and basiospores. You can see these kind of spores in higher fungi. So, during sexual reproduction process, fusion of male and female gametes will take place. So, as a result of this gametic fusion, zygote will form. This zygote is called with different names in lower fungi and higher fungi. This is about introduction of this reproduction methods in fungi. Now we will discuss about what are the types of vegetative reproduction. Afterwards, we will discuss about the types of asexual and sexual reproduction. First, we will start with the vegetative reproduction. What is vegetative reproduction? Vegetative reproduction means here part of mycelium which is separated from the main body as a new individual. That means from the mycelium, some portion is separated, and that separated portion is growing as a new individual. Means that kind of reproduction is called vegetative reproduction. That means here there is no fusion of male and female sex organs. The fungal plant body, which is separated into a small portion. That separated portion is growing as a new individual or new plant body. Means that kind of reproduction is called vegetative reproduction. So here different types of vegetative reproduction methods you will see in different types of fungi. What kind of vegetative reproduction methods these fungal members will show means there are several types. One is budding, fission. Second type is fission, fragmentation. Like that, different types of vegetative reproduction methods you will see in fungal members. Okay. Not only these three types of vegetative reproduction only takes place in fungi, some other types of vegetative reproductive structures also will form in this fungal members. Those are rhizomorphs and sclerotia. Okay. So, 5 important types of vegetative reproductive methods we are discussing here. One is fragmentation, and another one is budding. Next one is fission. Remaining types are sclerotia formation and rhizomorphs formation. How these are different new plant bodies are produced by these different methods of vegetative reproduction, we will discuss here. So first one is fragmentation. What is fragmentation? Fragmentation means the fungal mycelium or the fungal plant body, which is breaks into small fragments or small pieces. Each fragment or each piece further develops into a new mycelium. Means that is called fragmentation type of vegetative reproduction. What is fragmentation? Fragmentation means the fungal mycelium or fungal hyphae, which is broken down into small fragments or small pieces. Later on, each piece or each fragment will develop into new mycelium whenever conditions are favorable for growth. That kind of vegetative reproduction is called as a fragmentation type of vegetative reproduction. Next, we will discuss about another type of vegetative reproduction that is called as budding. you will see this kind of budding in yeast. Yeast means Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Here, from the parent plant body, one small protuberance or small bud-like structure will be formed that will increases in size gradually. At that time, the nucleus, whatever it is present in the parent cell, will divides and the newly formed nucleus will enters into this small bud or protuberance. Later, this protuberance or bud is separated from the parent cell and goes into a new individual, means that kind of vegetative reproduction is called as budding. Here in this image you can see this budding, how this budding is taking place. Okay, here from the parent cell, small outgrowth or protuberance kind of structure will form that is growing gradually. At that time, the nucleus, whatever it is present in the parent cell, that is divides into two. The newly formed nucleus enters into this bud. After that, one constriction will develop. Constriction is nothing but bone formation or septa formation. So after this constriction formation, that newly formed bud is separated from the parent cell and that is growing as a new individual plant. That kind of vegetative reproduction is called as budding. In what type of fungal members you will see this kind of budding? Especially you will see this budding type of vegetative reproduction in yeast. Next, coming to another type of vegetative reproduction, which is called as fission. Fission means here the parent cell is splits into two daughter cells. How this splitting will take place? By the formation of a constriction. Formation of a constriction means just one separation will take place. Afterwards, cell wall formation will take place. So first one constriction will develop. So as a result of this constriction, wall formation will be continued. So by this constriction, if the parent cell is splits into two parts, means here you can see how fission is taking place. Your parent cell will shows some constriction. That means here the center some notches kind of structures, grooves will develop. So as a result, one separation will start. So as a result of this constriction or separation, this parent is splitting into two new cells. So like that, parent cell is splits into two individual cells, means that is called as a fission type of vegetative reproduction. That is called as a fission type of vegetative reproduction. Next, what are the other types of vegetative reproduction? Sclerotia formation and rhizomas formation. Sclerotia means actually these are produced during unfavorable conditions. When this kind of structures are produced, this kind of reproductive bodies, to overcome unfavorable conditions, this kind of perinating bodies will develop. Actually, these are compact structures. That means tightly packed structures. Compact means tightly packed. Tightly packed masses. Masses of what? The hyphae will packed tightly. So as a result, one compact structure will form. That compact structure is called as sclerotia. So this sclerotia formation will take place during unfavorable conditions. So to escape from such kind of unfavorable conditions, some fungal members will produce this kind of compact masses of hyphae. These will germinate into new individuals when the suitable conditions are available. So in what type of fungal members you will see this kind of sclerotia formation? Sclerotinia and claviceps. You will see this kind of sclerotia formation. So sclerotia is nothing but just interwoven mass of fungal hyphae. Interwoven mass of fungal hyphae. Tightly they will coil and coil continuously. So as a result, this tight coiling or packing, one compact structure will develop, that is called sclerotia. Next, coming to rhizomorphs. What are these rhizomorphs? How these are formed means, actually during unfavorable conditions only, these rhizomorphs also will develop. And these are appears as root-like structures which are elongated in nature. How roots are present in higher plants. In such a manner, these also developed. Actually, mycelium strands which are elongated and they are appears as root-like structures. So during unfavorable conditions, this kind of elongated mycelial strands which are formed in the shape of roots. Once the conditions are favorable for the growth of fungal members, then this rhizomorphs germinates and develops into a new mycelium. That is the another type of vegetative reproduction method which you will see in some fungal members. This is about vegetative reproduction methods in fungi. Then asexual reproduction. How this asexual reproduction will take place? What type of structures are formed during this asexual reproduction? How these are formed? We will discuss in a detailed way now. Actually, this asexual reproduction will take place by the formation of spores. These spores are two types. One is motile spores. Second type is non-motile spores. Motile spores means they are able to move from one place to another place. Those are called motile spores. Non-motile means they cannot move from one place to another place. So those are called non-motile spores. So in this asexual reproduction, both types of spore formation you can see in different types of fungal members. So this motile spores as well as non-motile spores, these two types of spores are produced from the fungal mycelium only. So how many types of asexual reproductive structures are produced in fungal members means there are several types. One is called as zoospores. Next, aplanospores. Aplanospores means these are non-motile spores. Next, sporangiospores, oidias, conidias, chlamydospores, iridospores, ascospores, pycniospores, ichthyospores, like that. Different types of spores formation you will see in asexual reproduction process. So, what are these different types of spores? In what type of species these are produced? What type of nature these are showing? We will discuss now. First, we will discuss about the zoospores. How many types I have explained just now? What type of asexual reproductive structures are produced in asexual reproduction? Almost more than 5 types of asexual reproductive structures are produced. Zoospores, aplanospores, sporangiospores, oidias, chlamydospores, conidias, ascospores, pycniospores, iridospores, ichthyospores, etc. So, many types of spores formation you will see during asexual reproduction in different types of fungi. One by one we will discuss in a detailed manner. First, we will discuss about zoospores. Actually, this kind of spores formation you will see in lower fungi. Example, Pythium and Saprolegnia species. Okay, Pythium is one genus. Next, Saprolegnia is another genus. These two are comes under the category of lower fungi. Actually, these are not surrounded by any specific walls. These are naked spores. First, these are produced as naked spores. Afterwards, one cell wall which covers these spores. So, once these are formed means on germination, these spores produces a tube-like structure. That tube-like structure is called as germ tube. After formation of germ tube, these two spores are growing into a new thallus. So here juice spores important feature is these are having flagella. So they can move from one place to another place. That means juice spores are example for motile spores. Motile spores means they are able to move from one place to another place. How can they move from one place to another place? With the help of flagella, they can move from one place to another place. Here, they may possess different types of flagella or same types of flagella. In this image, you can see here this juice spore possesses two flagella, but two are not belongs to the same type. One is a whiplash type of flagella and another one is a thin cell type of flagella. Whiplash means how whip is present, just like that this flagellum is present. Another one is how the brush consists of bristles. So in such a manner that flagellum is present, that is why that is called as a thin cell type of flagellum. So here the juice spores possess two flagella, but both are not same type of flagella. So like that, these juice spores are formed with two flagella. With this flagella, they are showing motility or movement. In saprolegnia and pythium, you will see this kind of juice spores formation. Next, second type of spores formation we can discuss here. Those are called sporangiospores. In which genera you can see this kind of spores. In Zygomycotina members, you can see this kind of spores formation. Zygomycotina members means these molds are examples. Mucor, Rhizopus, etc. In such kind of genera, you can see this sporangiospore formation. These are otherwise called as aplanospores because these are non-motile spores. Sporangiospores, otherwise called as aplanospores. Why these are called as aplanospores? Because they cannot move from another. They cannot move from one place to another place. So they are non-motile spores. Why they are not able to move from one place to another place? Because there is no flagella for these structures. That is why these are called as aplanospores or non-motile spores. Where these are produced? In the fungal mycelium. The fungal mycelium will produce one specialized structure. That structure is called sporangium. This enlarged swollen structure, you can see in this image, that enlarged swollen structure which is spherical in shape. That means round ball-like structure you can see in this image. That special enlarged spherical body is called sporangium. Inside this sporangium, these sporangiospores are produced in Mucor and Rhizopus. So, like that, here sporangiospores are produced in Zygomycotina members, Mucor and Rhizopus. These spores may be uninucleate spores or multinucleate spores. That means they may possess a single nucleus or they may possess many nuclei. If they possess single nucleus means those are called as uninucleate. If they possess many nuclei means those are called as multinucleate. So sporangiospores are uninucleated structures or multinucleated structures. These spores are surrounded by cell wall which is having two layers. So like that sporangiospores will form. Next type of spores we will discuss. Those are conidia. Where you will see this conidia formation? In albugo you can see this kind of conidia formation. Next you can see and Deuteromycotina members also this kind of conidia formation. Actually, these are produced externally. That means towards outside, these are produced from this mycelium, from the fungal mycelium or fungal hyphae. These are produced towards outside. That is why these are called external spores or external structures. From the branched hyphae or unbranched hyphae, these are produced. Especially these are produced from the terminal portions are tip regions of the hyphae. That is why these are producing these conidia towards the outside. That is why these are called as external spores. These conidia may be produced alone or they may be produced in the form of chains. Suppose many conidia are produced means they are arranged in the form of chain. How beads are arranged in a chain? In such a manner, here these conidia are arranged in the form of a chain. So in some members, these conidia are produced singly. In some members, these conidia are produced in chains. If these are produced in chains means they may be arranged in two manners. One is called basipetal succession and another one is called as acropetal succession. What is this basipetal succession? What is this acropetal succession? Acropetal succession means the newly formed spore which is present at the apex of the hyphae. That is called acropetal succession. The newly formed spore which is present towards the apical region of the fungal hyphae. That is called acropetal succession. What is basipetal succession? Basipetal succession means the newly formed fungal spore which is lying towards the base of the fungal hyphae. That is called basipetal succession. Two types of arrangement of this newly formed spores you will see in this conidia producing fungi. These conidia may be uninucleate conidia or multinucleate conidia. Already while discussing this sporangiospores, I have explained what is this uninucleate condition and multinucleated condition. How these sporangiospores are possess single nucleus or multiple nuclei. Like that here conidia also possess single nucleus or many nuclei. So if they possess a single nucleus means those are called as uninucleate conidia. If they possess many nuclei means those are called as multinucleated conidia. So like this conidia formation will take place in some of the fungal members. This multinucleated conidia formation you will see in the members of Mycotina. This is about a conidia. Next type of spores, asexual reproductive structures are called as oidia. Next type of asexual reproductive structures are called as oidia. Actually, this type of oidia are produced by fragmentation. You can see image here, oidia, first one, left side. What are these oidia? Oidia means these are one particular type of spores. These are produced by fragmentation process. Where these are produced? Mostly these are produced from the fungal hyphae by fragmentation process. From apex region to base region, these are produced. In which direction these are produced? From apex region to base region. These are produced by fragmentation. So, once fragmentation will take place means one spore will be formed. This spore is rounded off and separates as a spore. Then conditions are favorable means it starts germination. Then it produces a new fungal hyphae. That kind of special round shaped structures or oval shaped structures are called as oidia. These are produced by which means by fragmentation means these are produced. Many oidia are produced from apex region to base region. Conditions are available, favorable conditions are available means then this oidia will germinate and giving rise to new fungal hyphae. Next, another type of spores. These are also asexual spores. Those are called as chlamydospores. Those are called as chlamydospores. How these are produced means you can see second image which is light yellow in color. So here this chlamydospores formation. From which portion this chlamydospores formation will take place here? These chlamydospores may be produced from the terminal regions of the fungal hyphae or intercalary positions of the fungal hyphae. That means intercalary means in the middle portions. Terminal means the tip portions. So this chlamydospore formation may take place from the terminal regions of the fungal hyphae or from the intercalary or interstitial regions of the fungal hyphae. These may be produced as a single spore or they may be produced in the form of chains. Actually, these will not separate from the hyphae. They are still attached to the fungal mycelium and they are viable in condition. Viable means living in condition. These after formation, these are not separated from the fungal hyphae. Still they are attached to the fungal hyphae and they are remain viable. Remain viable means they are still alive. So they are living in state. Then when they are attached to the fungal hyphae, they will germinate when conditions are favorable. Even though they are not separated from the fungal hyphae, conditions are favorable means in that state only they will start germinate due to the availability of favorable conditions. That kind of spores are called as chlamydospores. Next, what are the different types of spores which are produced in this asexual reproduction means ascospores, iridospores, next ichthyospores, basidiospores, etc. In ascomycetes members, if you observe, you will find this ascospores formation. How these ascospores are produced means in ascomycotina members, especially in penicillium, such kind of fungal members, if you observe, in those members from the mycelium, some special body or special structure will develop. That is called ascus. Whenever conditions are favorable, in this ascus, due to some cell divisions, these ascospores are produced due to cell divisions like meiosis, etc. With the help of this meiosis, in this ascus, this ascospores formation will take place. So you will find this kind of ascospores in ascomycotina members like penicillium. You can see here black color spores which are produced in one special structure that is called ascus. Next, coming to remaining types of spores, asexual reproductive structures. These are called as iridospores and ichthyospores, basidiospores, and pycniospores. These all types of spores are produced in one fungus, that is Fuchsinia. Iridospores formation you can see in Fuchsinia. Next, teletospores, basidiospores, ichthyospores, and pycniospores. These all are produced in one fungus only, in one fungus life cycle. That fungus name is Fuchsinia. What are these iridospores? These are asexual reproductive structures. Actually, these are red color spores which are covered with a thin wall. These are red color spores. These are surrounded by thin wall, cell wall. These are produced during summer season. That is, these are called as a summer spores. This fungus will causes one disease. That disease is called as a rust disease. Because of that reason, these members are called rust fungi. Actually, these iridospores are produced on the leaves of grass plants, especially wheat plant. These are also produced in the stems of the grasses. So, iridospores are thin-walled spores, red color spores, which are produced during summer season. Which season these are produced? During summer season, these are produced. Actually, these are unicellular spores and binucleated spores. That means these are having single cell and possess two nuclei. That is why these are called as unicellular binucleated spores. These are produced in wheat plant. This is about iridospores. Next, basidiospores formation. This one also produced in the life cycle of Fuchsinia. This kind of spores formation you can see in Basidiomycetes fungi. What kind of fungal members? You will see this basidiospores formation in Basidiomycotina members. You can see this type of spores formation. How these basidiospores are present? Actually, these basidiospores consist of one haploid nucleus. These spores are produced as a result of meiotic division or reduction division. So because of this reason, these spores are haploid in condition. How these are produced? As a result of meiotic division, these are produced. So as a result, these are haploid in nature. These are produced in some specialized structures. Those specialized structures are called basidia. So in these basidia, these basidiospores will form. These will germinate and gives rise to some other structures. This is about basidiospores. So with this, I am concluding this asexual reproduction methods in fungi. Then we will move on to sexual reproduction methods. How these fungal members reproduce sexually. What type of sexual reproduction methods we can observe in different types of fungi? We will discuss now. What is sexual reproduction? Till now we have discussed about vested reproduction methods and asexual reproduction methods. In vested reproduction method and asexual reproduction method, there is no involvement of two different gametes. That means male and female gametes.
Excuse me, madam.
Yes, sir.
Your voice is not clearly audible, madam.
Okay, sir. From the beginning, sir.
Please, once you check it, madam.
Okay, sir. From the beginning, it is not audible, sir.
In the middle, the voice is very slowly slowed down. Participants, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Is it audible now, sir?
No, madam. If possible, please you rejoin.
Is it audible now?